Hello everybody, I'm Serta and welcome back to Eden Crafters. We are on Pyraxis and this is what it looks like. We have a fairly good amount of stuff already set up after the first episode. I've got gears, I've got rods, I have plates, I have concrete over there, I have copper plates and copper wires over there, and then up over there in the distance you can see a little facility where I'm getting some quartz and making a little bit of silica. The mission today, we need to go and find some sulfur. If we want to advance, we're going to need sulfur. Oh, and I've also got a mine on the Cobalt up there. Yeah, so we're going to need to find sulfur, we're going to need to get production going, and I'd like to get some warehouses done so that we can start accessing all of our resources remotely instead of having to carry them around. Anyway, there is a lot to do, so let's get stuck in. If we have a look at our map, I ventured out in this area yesterday. I didn't go down this way, haven't been down this way yet. There are resources across the way and it looks like there's almost a little bit of a land bridge. So maybe we can do something with that. We have iron, we have lots of copper, we have cobalt. I don't see any quartz or sulfur over there. In fact, I don't see sulfur anywhere yet. But our radar, which is located over here, is reaching pretty far. The island isn't huge, but it's big. It's big enough. Anyway, I haven't sort of ventured down this way, and I saw on the map, if you have a look closely on the map, there seems to be caves around here. There's one over there as well. Now, I think the entrance to this cave over here is actually through the lava, so something's going to have to happen there. That is this lava pit over here, and if you look through the arch over here, coming down, you can see that there's a cave going through there. Now, I could maybe access it with my drone if I position myself correctly, but I'm not going to stress too much about that. I am going to stress a little bit about my food though, so let's just have something to eat, get that all sorted out. So while I was looking for those caves, I thought maybe I'll look on the other side of this little hill and I got distracted, so we're going to go and have a look there and see if there's a cave entrance. Topping up on oxygen, let's head out in this direction. We've still got our little miner here. That should probably be broken down. I'll get there. Let's pull out the drone and see if we can spot anything. Oh, well, that was pretty straightforward. It's right there, exactly where I was going yesterday. So let's just run around this corner and we are going to enter a cave. And this cave has sulfur. Perfect. It also has quartz. Well, this would have been good to find early on. Anyway, so we're going to start collecting sulfur. And we've unlocked the area fertilizer, standard battery cell. There's a heck of a lot of stuff there. And the refiner. So it's probably going to take me a trip or two to get all of this sorted out. Actually, I don't know how big this cave is. So I'm just cleaning up what I can from the beginning of the cave. I have oxygen capsules. I made an extra. Wait a minute, this cave is pretty big. So here's the entrance. That's kind of a dead end sort of thing over there. Yep. Look, there's a piece of quartz down there. Can take that. Nothing else in this room. I should use my flashlight. Yep. And then you know what? I think I should put a little living compartment down in here. I'm out of cement. Okay, I better get back, otherwise there could be problems. So what I'll do is just head back quickly. I'll sort out my oxygen, pick up a bit of cement, and then we can head back. I also need to make sure that I'm not carrying stuff that I don't need. So I can drop off some of the silica. I don't need to be carrying 3 organic. I don't need the cobalt. And I actually do have quite a lot of quartz and rock. All right, well, that should be enough space for what I'm going to pick up. Let's go grab that cement. All right, there we go. We got a full stack of cement. And back we go. And just for safety, I'm going to put the box... should I put it inside? Let's put it inside. Yeah, just like that. It's out of the way. This game is voxel based, so you can build into walls and you can build a whole base underground if you liked. Anyway, let's take a walk through before we collect and see how big this cave is. My gosh, it's big. There are a lot of places to go. Going around this way, there's another spot in here. Oh wow, this place is very, very, very big. All right, I'll start collecting some stuff down here. I've just been told that the temperature's high. And now I'm thinking I shouldn't be taking too much quartz. Although I could use it. I'm going to need glass at some point. Wow, this cave just keeps going. It's flippin' huge. And if we look at the map, yeah, I'm under there. Exactly where I thought the cave was going to be. Yep. All right, well, I finished cleaning up this area. Oh, and it looks like there's another little room over here. This cave just goes on. And I'm going to have to get back because I'm running out of oxygen. All right, nothing else. Nothing hidden. Good. All right, so I'll go and get oxygen and come back down. All right, all sorted out. I'll go from the top and just clean this whole place out. And I think I have done it. There's one more piece of sulfur. Just a quick run through. I think I've got everything. And this place is pretty large. Right, yes, I have cleaned everything out of here. That took a bit. Let's stop for some air and have a look at what we picked up. So we got 63 sulfur ore. That's, wait, let me just check that. Yeah, 63 sulfur ore. That's huge. Also got 35 quartz and 5 diamonds. Not bad, not bad. Let's go back to base and see what we can do with that. Right, good. We are back. Let's see. I need to be careful because we are sort of limited on sulfur. There are a few things that I'm not going to be doing immediately. But if we go down here, standard battery, that needs 3 battery cells and 1 circuit board. I have 5 circuit boards and I've got uranium, so I could probably make a high capacity battery as well. So 3 battery cells, that needs cobalt and sulfur. So I've got cobalt and I have sulfur. So maybe I should just go for the big one straight away because it only needs 2 more battery cells and then it uses uranium instead of circuit boards. That's much easier. Yeah, let's do that. 5? Yes, I've got enough to do 5 battery cells, but my inventory is full, so that's not going to work. Now I've emptied out a bit, so 5 of those. Okay, good. Battery cells are done. So now I just need 5 pieces of uranium ore, which I have. And now that I have them, let's make a high capacity battery. And that's done. So now I can grab that and put it into my equipment and my energy goes up from 100 to 300. Excellent. All right, I need to do something with this quartz. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it immediately just straight into glass. So first, obviously, silica. No, they only take one silica per glass, so that's pretty cheap. Let's do a bunch of them. All right, so that is 40 bits of glass. And I can put that cobalt away if there's space in here. Yep, there is. Need to sort my inventory. I am very full. Maybe I can get rid of that rubber. Don't need raw rubber right now. So, yep, we'll get rid of that and we'll make the belts because we'll need the belts for rotors. And while I'm here, my container's a bit dinky, so I'm going to make it a bit bigger. There, now we have some space. There is another item that we need to build, and that needs computers. But let me get another storage chest up. I'll just put this in. What am I missing? Iron plates. Alright, iron plates sorted out. Go in this locker, and I can drop off the extra bits that I don't really want to be carrying with me. Now that looks a little bit better. So we need to build the planet analyzer. I'm going to pin that, because we need 2 antennas and a computer. We'll start with the antennas, because they're pretty easy. So just 2 of those. The computer, that's a bit of a different story because we need 10 circuit boards. I think I have enough to make 10, so we'll do that. Actually, I'm going to queue up another 10 because we are going to need them. Okay, good. Those are done. And we have enough to make a computer easily. Takes a little bit of time, but yep, we need it right now. Good. We have the computer. Let's see, where are we going to put this planet analyzer? This looks like a good spot. It's not a very big machine. There it is. And we can just put it against the wall over here. There we go. We've unlocked a monitoring screen, large sulfur deposits. Oh, I forgot that was a thing. Material analyzer, rock deposit scanner. Awesome. So, we go in here. We need to fertilize an area. Right now, we're on 408 out of 1,000. We need a lot more. So we need to get that fertilized. We get the geoscanner, a scanner that uses a sample to find large ore deposits planet-wide with low accuracy. Oh, okay. So that's what we get once we've achieved those goals, and we get reinforced compartments so we can go into the super hot areas and build. Because right now, if we went into the super hot areas, we wouldn't be able to build. And I think that little island over there is a super hot. Right, so in our tasks, we have all the items that we've unlocked, and it shows the question mark, so we haven't unlocked items. So as you can see, we have a long way to go. A very, very, very long way to go. Lava problem, the planet's molten landscape makes habitation impossible, demanding a large-scale solution. So I've built the planet's analyzer, and I've got to complete the next objective right in the planet analyzer, and that would be this one. That's going to be pretty straightforward. Next objectives. Sulfur ore. Okay, so we'll be able to unlock the vehicle energy cell soon. In fact, I think we might be able to. Is there anything that I'm missing to do that? Probably just the refined cobalt. Yep. Get the bigger oxygen tanks once we've built the material analyzer. All right, well, let's have a look at that. Material analyzer needs 2 microscopes and 2 sensor arrays. The sensor arrays need gold wiring, and strangely I picked up gold, but I don't think it's enough. Okay, so we would need 5 gold wiring for that. The antenna aren't a problem. We can do those easily, but the gold wiring, yep, we're limited on the gold that we have at the moment. And of course, the microscope also needs 2 separate sensor arrays. So we'd need 4 sensor arrays. Oh, we've got gold. I mean, I could turn that into gold ingots. Can I turn that into gold ingots? Well, I can. All right, well, let's do all of it then. Okay, so we got 19 golden ingots. And the gold wiring, where's the gold wiring? Do we not have it unlocked yet? Ah, blocked. All right, so we're not doing that. We'll just put those gold ingots away and the rest of the gold away. Cool. We've also unlocked the good food. So if I grab all of this stuff out of here, we'll sort out our food for a very, very long time by going in here and scrolling down, and there they are, the food boxes, and they give you 50 health. So I'm just going to do a bunch of them. All right, we have 12. That's going to last us quite a while. I'm going to drop off the old food. That's this one. Actually, I'm going to eat that first. Yeah, let's get our health up, and then I'll drop the rest of them off. Don't really need them. And we also have the rock deposit scanner. That's also going to need a microscope. Yep, not going to do that yet. So we need to do more exploring. And that means heading off in different directions. Let's have a look at the map. Actually, we need to get warehouses unlocked. And the way to do that, I believe, is to unlock it by first building a container V2, which I can build. There's an editable sign and the shelf. Come on, give it to me. Warehouse T1. That's the one. So now I can break that down. Now, I do like to use those containers early-ish in the game, but they don't split very well. That's why I've rather gone for the splitters, and I'm not storing up the ores and ingots. Unfortunately, yeah, they just don't split very well. The splitters are there to do that job, but you can store a lot more of them in the big container than the small one. But that is not going to matter shortly, like very shortly, because I've got 3 resources there, 1 resource here, and potentially more over in this area coming with the organics. So that's pretty much 5. So let's do something cool. Let's first of all see if I've got the resources. So there's the warehouse. I need iron plates. I need cement. Right, no problem. Cement is right here. So I'll grab a few stacks of those. And I need a whole bunch of iron plates. And now I have all the resources for that. And I'm going to bring this over to here. And I'm going to put it in... Let's see, what level am I going to work at? I suppose I could put it in here. Yeah, that looks fine. So there you go. Now this is the warehouse, and it has 5 inputs, and each of those inputs can store stuff, whatever you put into the various holes. The benefit of this is that your resources are available anywhere. So you don't have to have them in your inventory anymore. The T2s give you an extra benefit in that they increase your stack size by a certain amount for each T2 that you've built, and then the T3 increases it even more. So obviously there's a limit, but I'm going to bring this belt around to here. There's the cement, and the cement is in. And then I'm going to bring the gears next. Low oxygen. Oh, right. And I could do a lot of this with the drone. So let's pull out the drone, and I'm going to want to run these. Oh, this one's going to cause me problems. So let's just break out that piece and maybe a little piece over there. And let's make sure that that's nicely squared up. We can do it by going like this and like that. Right, the level change was not expected, but it's out of the way. Right, and then we can take this belt and we can bring it out 90 degrees this way. And then take it straight in there. And we can do that with these belts as well. Keep them fairly tight so they're not in the way. And that goes in there. And then this one, same deal. No, that didn't work exactly as I wanted it to. So we'll try that again over there. And that one goes straight in, like Oh, I'm out of iron plates. Luckily, I can fetch iron plates with my drone. Never actually tried that before. And then we can continue this belt and drop it in there. Super. Now, as long as nothing gets stuck, everything is going to go into this warehouse and be stored. Great. We're going to have a couple more in this valley. So let me queue up. I'm going to need more iron plates. I don't have enough glass or cable. Well, we're going to sort that out. But before we do that, let's just hop in here and see what we need. We need 12 iron beams, 4 rotors, and some filters. Ah, that's the reason that I needed to save the sulfur. So let's grab a stack of sulfur. Okay, so we're going to do the area fertilizer, and we're going to do this area first. So now that we have remote access to the warehouse, we can come into our tables and we can make things. So I want a bunch of these iron beams. So I'll get those queued up and going. Those are done. Rotors. I don't have a lot of cable or rubber with me. I could maybe... Can I make a cable? No, I don't have copper ingots. Are there any here? Oh, there they are. Good. Saves me a little bit of a run. Okay, now the rubber bands. Have I got enough to make 4? I actually do. So let's queue up those 4. Good. And the last thing we need is 10 filters. And the filters take sulfur ore and iron plates. And we have all of that available to us right now. So let's just do 10 of those. I think we're going to probably need some more rotors because we need to make more water pumps. Those two are not going to do it. They only produce 50 per second each. So what I'm going to do here is, first of all, I'm going to take this out because it's not doing anything anymore. Ooh, power's a problem. Ooh, that's a interesting development. Yeah, we are way behind on power. So yeah, I'm going to build this thing first. We can X this one and remove this piece of pipe and then hop into our drone and get this set up. So that will turn, it'll accept the organic and it will accept the water. We can grab a water pipe and throw it into there and a conveyor into there. Now it's not going to work very efficiently because there's not enough production. Because this needs, oh hang on, let me check. This needs 100 per second. This greenhouse needs 50. So I'm 1 short. So let's do that. We just need the 2 rotors and we can get this efficient. But in the meantime, the fertilizing has started. Yep, rubber belts. So I'm going to get some rubber queued up. Maybe I will do a little bit more because we're going to need more rotors. How much do I have stored in here? Ooh, none. Oh, okay. Now that I have the rubber, I can do the belts. Good, and that means that I can hop over and easily do a couple of rotors. I'll just do an extra one. Oh no, wait, what was I missing? Cable. Aha. Okay, now I have the cable, and now we have the rotors. So I can come out over here, and I'm going to have to move something. So let's do this. We can take that one out, get rid of that pipe, get ourselves a pipe hub, so we can attach an extra water thing. Let's grab that, rotate it. It's going to go that way. It can't be too close. This one can be over there and then get our pipes in. Oh, hell, I can't place that there. Why? Oh, man, I had it off the line. Yeah, I had a dodgy connection going. That's okay. I can do this. That connects, and that connects. So, as far as water goes, we will be providing enough water as soon as we've sorted out the power. And look at that, the ground's turning green already. So I need to head out and go and put more power supply things down. I could probably do a couple of wind turbines or maybe solar panels. But then, you know, if I put solar panels down, I need batteries and I don't have those unlocked. Or do I? No, I don't. So just to help out a little, and let's see what we need for these guys. The geothermal units. Oh man, I can make lots of them. I can just go and spam them down everywhere. And I know that there's a dead spot somewhere in between this lot. So down in this little valley. Yeah, right here. So I will put one of them right there. So that's another. How are we doing on power now? Oh, still not good. My network demand is around 150 and I'm making 101. That means I need another 5 of these guys. No problem. Maybe I can put them next to each other. Let's try that. We have 2 of them over here and I'll do them in 2s. All right, this is another hotspot. So I'll put another 2 down over here. And we'll get this whole valley cooled down. All right, and I'm just going to run until I start getting hot again, which is right here. And those are done. How are we doing? Right, we're good on power at the moment. I'm going to need to do some more, I think. Maybe another couple over on this side of this zone. Yep, it's not happy about the temperature. So yeah, we'll drop a couple more over there. And now I need oxygen. Maybe I'll drop I think I'll drop another one next to this one. This area is not hot anymore, but it should give us power. So that's great. Okay, we have oxygen. And our power is sorted out. That means that if we go into our tasks and have a look at the planets analyzer, this should start going up. Maybe. Surprisingly, it's not moving. Let's go and see what the issue is. Maybe it's trying to, but the hot zones are overlapping or something. Okay, so it's telling me there's high underground temperatures. I wonder if that has anything to do with it. Ground fertility is at 50% here. And normally this would push it up to 100%. Maybe it's still climbing. Or it's being hindered by the temperatures underground, which must have a solution. So what I can do here is maybe put down a couple more of these. I don't mind spamming them. They do give lots of power, and we are now producing a lot more power. So the temperature regulation is at 100% in this area. Interesting. That might mean that I'm going to need to build another area. Yeah, I think it does mean that we're going to need 2 of these setups. Now before, you only needed 1, I think, to achieve that target. But now because it doesn't go above 50%, and let me just verify, yeah, it's still sitting at 50%. That means I'm going to need to do it again. But we have those nice water pumps. That means we can do that anywhere. So I think maybe somewhere down here, I just need to go and get rotors, because we're going to need 10 of them. We need 2 for each water pump and 4 for the area fertilizer. Okay, well, let me go and pick up a bit of copper. Actually, while I'm here, I was going to do a warehouse somewhere down here. Reason being is because we got the copper, that'll give 2 items, the copper plate and the copper wire. Then over in that direction, we've got the quartz. That will give quartz, silica, and glass. So that's already 5. And then there's the cobalt and the refined cobalt. Now we have the refiner, so we could do that. Maybe I'll just do a warehouse over here, or when we do the basalt, and then also have the copper here. So yeah, let's see what I need. We'll pin that. I need glass and cable. Well, cable is no problem because I've got an absolute ton of it. Now, right now, I don't have the glass automated. I have some silica. I think I'll go and pick up some silica at the quartz area. Give me a moment. Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, I actually haven't looked at the map since we unlocked sulfur nodes. There is a sulfur deposit right there, and there's another one across the way. Okay, so there's sulfur. Good. Oh, look, it's hot here. So, let's take advantage of the heat and put a couple of these down. There you go. And I'll come and automate the glass later. It'll be very easy. Yep. But I have picked up some silica now, so we're good. Yeah, this will be 5 items because we actually do need raw quartz for something. So it'll be raw quartz, it'll be silica, it'll be glass, and then from that side it'll be raw cobalt and refined cobalt. All right, cool. Put my head around it. But do I have a container up here? Let me get some oxygen. Okay, all sorted out. Let's go back. Good, we're back. I'm going to just queue up a bunch of glass as much as I can because I'd like to have enough for 2 warehouses. Excellent, that is done. Now, I'm going to need splitters and parts producer, iron beams. I think I could probably just add a few that I can carry with me. And I have quite a few circuit boards. I'm not going to make any more. That only takes 2, and then we'll need some for the splitters as well. The splitters, yep, they only take 2 as well, so that's fine. I have everything I need for 2 warehouses, and I think maybe I can head out and go and do it. Maybe I should eat first, though. That would be good. There we go. So the first warehouse is going to be somewhere around this area. It'll actually be very close to the copper because there's basalt around here as well, so I can do the basalt refining. And the basalt will have 2 ports in the warehouse. So let's pop a warehouse into the side of the mountain over here. And we'll try and get it at this level. Yeah, that'll be good. Might have to do some chopping. Nope, the building chopped it itself. Cool. So let's bring some messy belts out of here. And if I bring it to this level, it should be fine. Oh dear. Yeah, I needed to do this a little better. Now I could put blocks down. Let's get this drone out. All right, so we'll bring it down to there, and then we'll bring it across to line up with that first port. So there, and then that can go in. That's the copper wire. Then this one going to be the same thing pretty much. Bring that to there and extend to there, and then drag it in. Oh, that wasn't dead straight, but from here it looks fine. Okay, so that's another 2 items into storage. So let me go and top up my oxygen over here. All done. And then we'll head out to that side where we'll put down another warehouse and get the quartz stuff automated. Okay, now this is going to be a little messy. The belts are not going to be great here, but it's one of them things. So we'll put this over here. All right, that's good. And then I can do something over here. I think I'll start by removing this large rock deposit. And I might need to break down this forge and turn the mine. Oh boy, do I have enough space? I do actually have enough space in my inventory. Yeah, I could build this over here, or I could make it messy and build it somewhere else. I'm going to need to probably get rid of this large rock as well. Just get it out of the way. Let me think about this for a second. So I can leave the miner. I need to take out the forge. So we'll remove that. And that's given me a lot of stuff to carry. Take out that belt. We'll grab a splitter and put it down. I think something like that. Oh, oxygen. Oh, hang on. There we go. Okay, so one line of raw quartz can go through that way. So this one can come through from here and into there. Okay. Then we're going to have 2 belts coming up here. Oh, what's going on? Oh, it got dark. So we're going to have 2 forges. I will bring them in there. And let's get the drone out. And that will go right there. And we'll belt this into that one and this into that one. Now, there's not enough production, but it's okay. We're not going to be using it all the time. Is that a cave? Did I visit that cave? Oh. Anyway, we're not going to be using it all the time. So now we're going to need a parts producer. Did I need to split it? Yeah, I did. No, not really. I'm not producing enough to justify 2 of these things. So I'm going to take that down and that. And then I'm going to put the parts producer in right over there. And I'm going to split it over here. Just like that. And let's see if I can get a belt in there. I can. And I can get a belt in there. And I can get a belt to come around the corner and go, come on, let me do this. All right, I'm going to have to do it like this. Oh, wow. It's messing with me. It doesn't want to go straight there. And then that can go right next to this one. Nice and tucked up tight. And this is going to make us glass. And then this will just be the silica. So now I need to drag the 3 belts. So this one first to go straight down and into there. Then this one will do a similar thing and straight into that port. And my oxygen's critical again. Wow, not concentrating. Oh man, I can't get in. Oh, you know what? I'm in my drone. Oh crap, I'm gonna die. Oh, it's rare, but it happens. Okay, well, I died. Let me see, did I lose anything? Doesn't look like it. I'm gonna try and offload some of my resources that I'm carrying. Okay, resources offloaded. We have goods going into the warehouse. Fantastic. Okay, let me eat because I did myself in. That's fixed. I just need to connect that last belt in. So that's this one, and we'll drag it out. And yeah, I can come back here and level this area off a bit. Plug that into there. Cool. It's ugly, but it's functional. Good, and look at that. We've got glass in there. Lots of stacks of 20. And that will be increasing. I think the maximum stack size is about 100. But that's after a long time. Okay, now let me head over in that direction and see what I can do. So this is where we're mining cobalt. And we've got some iron here as well. So yeah, we got that iron node and then we got this cobalt. Now the cobalt is going to split as well. And I am going to see if I can do this. Yeah, I shouldn't have died. I should have been using my drone building earlier from inside the container. It's alright. Happens. This belt can come out this way. And we will do a little 90-degree bend over there. And bring that around into... Oh, we need to straighten that up to there. And plug that into... Is that the right port? Yeah, that's the right port. Good, and that leaves us with... Oh, look at that, I broke the ground. That might not be a good thing. Nope, there you go, it's sorted out. But yes, I think I broke the map a little bit. Yeah. Anyway, now we need to have a look at what we need for a refiner. And that's the refiner. So we need 4 filters. And I didn't bring... Oh, I brought a little bit of sulfur with me. Hang on a sec. Let's hop into this container and see if we can just do those filters here. Although, what else do I need? I've got a rotor. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do this anyway. I need a couple of those water things which each need 2 rotors. Or maybe 1 each. Yeah, 2 each. But I can get this started anyway. Get it all connected up. So let's build ourselves a little workbench, which we can't do because it takes iron ore, and I'm not stocking iron ore. Yeah, that could be a mistake. I need to maybe do that. Not a problem. There's plenty of iron ore lying around. And I just needed 2 pieces, so back in here. And we can put that in and... Oh, you know what? The filters are done in the other machine. Ah, heck. I need to go back because I've got to come back here to do the next greenhouse setup. So, yeah, I'll plan for that. Okay. We head back then. We have cobalt in storage. That's pretty nice. Oh, wait. While I'm here, let me pop into that container. There was a cave that I wasn't sure. Maybe I did check it out in the last episode. I might have. It appears that we're having trouble with power again. Interesting. I'll have to put down more of those power jobs. But now, where was that cave? Is it up here? Ooh, okay. There's sulfur. Man, diamonds, osmium. There's not a lot in here, but there is more sulfur. And until we get a sulfur mine, we're going to have to rely on picking up bits and pieces. Actually, this is quite a deep cave. So let's see what we get out of here. I might need to pop out a couple of times for oxygen. Although, no, I've got oxygen bottles on me, which I could have used instead of dying. I think I have reached the end of the cave. Let me just make sure that I've looked around all the corners. Yep, nothing there. One more piece of osmium lying on the ground. Yep, and this is the way out. Okay, so I cleared it out. And I didn't even have to worry about oxygen. Not very much in there, but every little bit helps. We got some more sulfur. You know what? I have enough to make an assembly bench. Let me make it over here. I mean, we're not going to be able to make the rotors because I don't have rubber bands here, but I can make the filters because now I have some sulfur ore on me. And I needed 10, so we'll just queue up 10 and get them done. Those are all done now. Nice thing about this game is, and most factory games are very similar, but this one in particular, you don't really need to balance things a lot because you get so much in the storage and you're not using it most of the time, so it gets a chance to build up. So as you can see, the glass looks pretty good now. If we were to go and build a greenhouse, we have 180 glass in stock, just like that. I need to also put organic in stock. But yeah, I'm going to head back now. How's the power? I didn't check the power grid. Look on the map. Yeah, we are not producing enough power. So a couple more of those geothermal jobs up in this area because I haven't really been up here. I'll just put them over here. Right there. And now we are at 100% again. Only just. It's pretty weird that... Is this because I'm close to the lava that I'm getting hot? Maybe it is. Yeah, these 2 guys are still working. They're doing good. Alright, we're back at base. So I'm going to want at least 5 water extractors to take with me. That means I need 10 rotors. That means I need one heck of a lot of organic. And I can steal a bit from here. But then I need another 4 for the refiner. So that's 14. Oh, we're going to be making some rubber. And we have enough rubber now to make 10 rubber bands. So let's do that. And we're going to need to wait because we need more. So in the meantime, we can make a few rotors, 5 of them. So we have 6 in total. We need another 8. It's going to take a while to collect all of that. So what else do we need? We need some organic. We just need 10 organic for the greenhouse. Everything else is in storage. Oh, we're going to need another 4 rotors for this. So that takes it up to 18 that we need to take with us. We've got the filters, iron beams, not really a problem. Although I should automate them as soon as possible. Maybe I'll just grab another 10. Okay, and just because I can now, I'm going to make a bunch of extra circuit boards. So yeah, I'll do 20 of them. I've got time, I'm waiting for the organics to grow. Yeah, just for the moment, I've removed this belt feeding the area fertilizer. It's got some organics stored in it, but it's not going above 50%, so it's not going to drop that I'm aware of. But at this stage, I would normally be able to take this out and just have lots and lots of greenery. But unfortunately, this planet is different. And now I can grab a whole bunch of organic and let that carry on producing. and make more rubber, and more rubber belts, and of course more rotors. Oh, we're up to 11 now. And while I was doing that, pulled up again. Excellent. So what I might do is just have a greenhouse with water attached and plug it in somewhere. Actually, there's a port right here. Yeah, I think I might do that. Anyway, sticking to mission, and we are one short. Okay, good. We have the rotors that we need. And I think what I'm going to do, just because this is not moving at the moment, there's nothing I can do to make it move faster, so I'm going to take this out, use my drone, bring it out that way, take it to there, wrap it around the corner to there, and we're going to store some organic, just like that. So that'll be available to us. And we'll get into the rubber and all of that soon. Right, I have everything that I need for the refiner, everything I need for the area fertilizer. I've got what I need. By the time I get there, there will be plenty of organic available. And then, yep, I've got everything I need there. Cool. Let's get a last breath of oxygen, and then we're going to head to the flat zone in the middle. Yeah, this is where we are going to. Is this the best place for it? I don't know how far the greenery is going to reach on this planet, but I think maybe this would be a fairly good spot. So if I was to put a greenhouse down, like over here, you'll need a couple of hubs for the water. So let's do this. One hub there and another hub over here. Plug that in there and that in there. Then we need 3 of the water pumps, these water extractors. So one there, and I suppose we can put one over here, just like that. And then we're going to need the area fertilizer, and that can go right around here. Let's just get that lined up, and then we can bring the pipe out from there into there, and a conveyor. Oh, this conveyor belt might not work. Oh, it does. And that is not working because no water. Oh, yeah, of course. I need to connect those pipes in. So that and that and that. All right, and now I need oxygen, so I'll hop over to this little box. Now, if we look at our tasks, the planet analyzer, this number started to increase. So that should get us to 1,000. That's what we need. Yeah, that's what we need. And then maybe this area I will use to make rubber, because we do need quite a big area. Maybe this area in the middle. This is a nice flat area. But yeah, once that fertility is at 100%, I can take all of this down. It doesn't bring it down from 100%. But we are having a problem with power again. And it's going to get even worse. I'll put some more. Yeah, let's put a couple more over in this area and then more up top. So I'll drop a couple more over here. Right there and there. Okay. Now we'll get into better power soon. And I think the geothermal plants in this area will be very good when we finally unlock them. All right, let's see if I can do all of this from inside the box. So I'm going to go in here, grab my drone out. Then we will need to... which port did I go? Oh, I went into that port, right? So the refinery is going to be on this side. There's the refiner. Oh no, what am I missing? Filters. What did I just use? Oh, did I just use the filters for something else? Well, that sucks. That's not terrible. I think we could probably make some filters. I do have some sulfur on me. So let me pop an assembler bench in here. I don't plan on expanding this. Filters. Right there. And I can make 8 of them. Yeah, I'll just do the max. Right, those are all done. So let's try that again. Refiner, rotate it. Oh, good, it's in the right direction. Well, that's good. Let's put that into there. And now we're going to need 2 water pumps in here. So we'll grab, let's put the hub in first. We'll grab the hub. We'll put it over there. Water extractor, one up. I think I'll put them on the sides rather. More likely to be somewhat closer to the right level. And if not, I've taken them far enough away so the slope won't be too bad. And then pipe that to there, and that to there, and that into the refiner. Now, power is an issue, but I can get a belt in, and we can actually start getting this stuff. So we'll take this around. Oh, I need to come out of my container. Too far away. So we stand over here and we do this thing, and that is the belt going around the corner to here, and then another one around the corner this way, and then up into... Oh boy, I messed that up. Moved things at the last minute. Right, try that again. Connect to there and in to there. And that should be refined cobalt, if I set the recipe. And we've also unlocked ceramic component, sulfuric acid. Perfect. So, refined cobalt. We're going to start getting refined cobalt into storage. Now, we do have 2 iron nodes that are not too far apart over here. There's one, and there's one. So maybe this little area could work for our beam production. Anyway, mission accomplished here. Now, I need to build an assembly machine, even if I'm not going to use it, because I think it might unlock something. I also need to build a solar panel, and now that we have some cobalt in storage, I can do that. I can do a bunch of them. We can even build roads now, but then we need basalt, and that needs another refinery, and we're not pushing for it right now. Although, we do have access to warehouse tier 2, and that will increase the stack size of everything in our storage by 10 for each one that we put up to a maximum of 50. Yeah, so right now our stack size is 20, so 3 T2 warehouses, and we've got that sorted out. But then we need to automate the iron beams, the basalt concrete, and the circuit boards. So that means I need to find the best place to go and mine some sulfur, which is hopefully close to quartz, and copper. So if we have a look at the map, copper, quartz, sulfur. And there's some iron there as well. Oh, that means we can automate the filters there too. That might be the place that we go and work. Just having a look around, there isn't really anywhere else. Okay, over this side there's a potential, but there's no quartz over here, so I can't do anything there. Okay. Oh, looks like this is the next spot we're going to be working in. I'm kind of hoping that we can get a vehicle soon, because we haven't got those yet. But if I build a controller, will it unlock anything else? I've built a controller. It has not unlocked anything else, but I have a controller. And look, it's nighttime. But since everything here is working now, I think we can safely head back to the main base. Right, and I see this belt is also full, so I think I can disconnect it from here and plug it back into this machine in case things change and this starts working again. Still got high underground temperatures. Power is low. That's kind of expected. I will put a couple more wind turbines down. Actually, you know, I should build one solar panel. Let's see if that unlocks anything. I'll build a couple. It'll help us out during the day. Okay, so I don't know if they affect each other, but they are close together. And I need to get some food. So I need one computer to be able to build the assembly machine. So let's go and do that, because I'm thinking it might unlock something. And I have enough stuff on me to make it. So we'll do that. Right, it is done. So let's go and put that machine down and see if that unlocks anything. Nope, it didn't. So I'm going to take it down, because we'll use that somewhere else, and we're going to need a few of them. And that other place that we're going is, I think, in that valley. Let's have a look at the map. Yeah, it's southeast. It's in this little area over here. So yes, over that way. Let me get rid of this miner. Don't need that anymore. Might still use this iron to supplement the iron production over here. Alright, so I will probably need to come back and prepare, but I'm going to take a walk out to that area and see what we're working with, because it doesn't look like a very flat area. And on the way, I can maybe cool things down in a couple of places. And at the same time, give myself more power. So we'll stick a couple of them down over here and carry on walking. Oh, high temperatures over here too. Awesome. Oh, these are very high temperatures. Oh dear. This is going to kill me quickly. First, we'll do that, and we'll put one next to it. Come on, let me do it there. And then I'm going to build myself a little living compartment right over here, and then hide inside. Okay, it's not so hot that this broke down, so that's a good thing. And the sun is coming up. Okay, this is going to be an interesting trip, but we do have enough power now, so that's great. Okay, I'm actually taking damage. So if I get in my drone and I head over this way, can I see what I'm working with? Okay, so there's the iron. That looks like the sulfur. So having a look at the map, yeah, that's what I'm seeing. That means that down there, there's the quartz and there's the copper. Okay. And that does seem like a much hotter area. Oh dear. Am I not going to be able to go there? I don't know. Is it nighttime now? Is it any cooler? Slightly. Let's head out. Oh, there's the very high temperatures again. 55. There's a bit of a flat area to work with over here. Maybe I can bring that ore. If I can get there, I can bring that ore across to here. Anyway, Build a living compartment over here. Oh, that's hectic. It won't build there. Okay, so that just burnt down immediately. So if I put it over here, are we still safe? Yeah, we are. Man, I'm not going to be able to do this very easily. I'll be able to automate the filters, maybe. And the sun is coming up, so yeah, it's getting crazy hot again. All right, let's grab our drone and hope the drone survives. And we'll put a couple of these in. I don't even know if these are actually cooling areas. I'm sure they are. We'll put a bunch of them in. We need the power as well. And I don't have a shortage of resources for them. But now, does that mean I can reach out here? I can, sort of. So let's get an advanced miner. I can't even build here. Why not? Must be placed on a large ore deposit. That is a large ore deposit. Is it not? Do I need to be closer? Not sure. Okay, let's go and have a look if I needed to be closer. Yeah, I did. So that can go in there. And that can go over there. All right, let's go and hide. We need to eat because I've taken a bit of damage. So yeah, we'll sort that out. Okay, this is not what I really wanted to do, but it's okay. The temperature hopefully is going to start going down with these guys here. And maybe, well, the sun is coming up. Let's see how far we can go now before it gets to the 60s. That's all right. We're doing better now. So I can work my way over towards the quartz and copper. Let's grab this and we'll go and put down more of these along the way. I need heat shielding. Well, anyway, I could whip together a quick and nasty filter factory. We only need iron plates and sulfur ore for that. Now I've got sulfur ore and there's iron. How are we doing? 53. Are these things even working? Regulation 100%. Don't know. Oh, no, I'm taking damage. Alright, let's see if I can build anything. That's in a super hot... Oh, is that a super hot area? I don't know. Let's see if we can build a forge. We'll put it like that. Can the belt reach? It can. So that plugs straight into there. That forge can make iron ingots. Then we need a parts producer. And that can go there. And then a belt from there into there. And that parts producer needs to be making iron plates. Then we need to split. Well, I hope I have enough for a splitter. I do. We need to split the output of the sulfur. So we turn that and put that over there. Belt that into there. And then we need an assembler. And we can put the assembler right there. Belt that into there and that into there. And set that recipe to be filters. And just like that, we've automated filters. So maybe somewhere back here, we can build a T2 warehouse. Well, we'd have to build another T1 for now. Yeah, I think we could drop it in over there. And then I can bring a belt of sulfur through to... Oh, that's not going to work very nicely. Come on. Why are you doing that? Okay, that can go to there. And then it's not perfectly straight, but it's acceptable. And I haven't died, so that's always a good thing. Bring that around. This can go to here, and this is probably also not going to be dead straight. Why? Yeah, right to there. And then sort of straight. Good. You know, filters available wherever. Wait, does it seem cooler here now? Hang on. Let's go outside and see. Still hot as hell. Okay. So these don't seem to cool the area down. I've been here for quite a while. Yeah, they don't seem to be working. Let's have some food. Maybe it just takes time because it's hotter here. But it was like 60 something degrees here, so I'm taking damage. Alright, so let's have a quick look at where we are. We have the T2 warehouse unlocked. We're just not making all the stuff for it. And that's the aim. Everything else is doing okay. The tasks, planet analyzer, oh, we didn't quite make it. Darn. I'm going to have to do another setup just to get over the 1,000. I would like to get to reinforced compartments. That's pretty good. And then I do need to get the material analyzer done so that we can unlock the batteries and the high capacity tanks and the steamroller. That's our first vehicle, which will be very useful in making our factories look a lot neater. And I could start doing basalts as well. Oh, I do have a vehicle energy cell. Oh, I didn't realize I could make that yet. Well, we're going to have to do that too. But I think, folks, that is where I'm going to leave this one. If you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments. Let me know your thoughts. This is pretty challenging. This heat is a fun thing to deal with. I need to get those two items into a factory, the quartz and the copper, to make our electronic parts and computers, our circuit boards and computers. I don't know, maybe we're just too close to the lava. No, we shouldn't be. It's the same distance as over there. Yep, it's going to be an interesting one. So yeah, that's what we'll be aiming for in the next episode, is to get the circuit boards and computers done, and maybe we can get rotors automated as well. But thank you very much for joining me, and until next time, cheers!